Vice President of Product Development. Folks, I want you to give this incredible superwoman a global wealth trade standing ovation for our one, the only, the Vice President of Product Development, the one, the only, Sanaz Hooman! Woo! Everyone bow down.
Gotta do the dance.
Give it up, give it up.
Good morning, GWT. How is everyone doing this morning? Oh, I think you guys can do a little better than that. How's everyone doing today? All right. How's everyone doing on this side of the room? How's everyone doing on this side of the room? I don't know, it was kind of even. One more time, this side of the room? This side of the room? I think you guys both killed it. So, good morning to everyone. It is absolutely great to be here this morning. And we have a very, very big day in store for all of you. So just to give you a rundown, we're gonna go through some product training, and I'm gonna be talking about their new releases that all of you got a chance to see on the runway. How many of you were at the fashion show? Yeah. For those of you who it's your first conference and it was your first fashion show, this was by far one of the biggest fashion shows that we have ever put together at Global Wealth Trade with Ferry on the runway. Thank you. So we released probably almost 50 posh designs. We also released about 30 day-to-day bags, as well as 8 prestige bags, 14 ladies' shoes, 3 men's shoes, belts for ladies and men. I don't know if even ladies saw their belts because they were so focused on the jewelry, but the ladies did have belts on the runway as well. So there is a lot that's gonna be coming out this year for you. Today I'm gonna take you through when everything is going to be released from new catalogs, when the new products will be coming online. So we'll take you through all that. Plus we have a lot of exciting announcements that you don't even know about. So a lot of news that we're gonna be giving you as well. I also want to say a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening wherever you are on our live stream, because I know we have lots of people plugging in internationally. So wherever you're logging in from internationally, we want to welcome you as well to the training this morning. Now, yesterday we talked about the forensic. How many of you absolutely loved the forensic yesterday? Amazing, right? I have had so many people today walk up to me and say, wow, 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 what an amazing training yesterday. It's completely transformed me. It completely changed my mindset. So many people had emotional breakthroughs, and that's what these conferences are all about. It's about being here, it's about being present, it's around being with your team, and it's about taking it to the top. The other thing as well, everyone got welcome kits when you all came in. I don't know if you know what everything is inside there, but make sure you thoroughly go through your welcome bags and understand what every tool is inside your bag. We've put them strategically for you to be able to help you build your business. So the binder is something that you can create as basically a platform to put all your information inside of, all your printed material, all of the accolades, all of your pictures with your team, etc. Make sure you create that binder with it. All right, so let's get started. Let me see if I can be technical this morning. There we go. Awesome. So this morning I'm going to take you through the Ferry designer lines. I'm going to take you through, of course, our Ferry Mosh collection, as well as the Posh collection. I'll skip that one. That's me. All right. So what's really important is that we have 3 amazing brands. And the great thing about the amazing brands that we have products for everyone's want, need, and style. I mean, the Posh itself is a great line that's been added last year. But what's really important when it comes to our pieces is we look beyond design. Yeah, you're getting a chance to see some of the new pieces on there. So let me take you through them one by one. First of all, when we talk about, we're literally timeless designs. So the pieces that we create, they're not necessarily made for a season. They are truly can be worn over and over and over. I mean, we have some designs that we've been carrying since 2006, 2007. They're still being worn. As you guys can see, we have new optical that's coming in for the ladies, and that's basically sunglasses as well as optical frames. Now, again, gorgeous design, timeless. Fairy moss shoes, as you guys can all see, that's right at the bottom. That's, of course, exotic skin, absolute best raw materials that we're using. The clutch at the top, of course, that one is part of our day-to-day collection. The optical at the top is basically called the Fairy Tokyos. I absolutely so happy with this design. It turned out exactly the way I wanted. And of course, our prestige that you're seeing with the tassels in the corner. And of course, our beautiful new Hollywood collection timepieces. All right, so lots and lots and lots of new stuff that's gonna be coming out. So let me take you through Posh. What is Posh? Posh is our beautiful fashion jewelry line. Now, we've been using a lot of beads and a lot of metals. I've been using some natural wood in the Safari collection. Absolutely stunning. Actually, the necklace I'm wearing today and my bracelet and my ring are all Posh. So you can look absolutely spectacular and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on it, and that's what the Posh brand is all about. Now, what's really exciting about the new Posh lineup that I just released on Thursday is that, number one, I've changed the plating. We're doing 5 times more, and we're actually doing natural gold plating on it now. So your Posh quality has gone up. So countries in the Caribbean, countries in Nigeria, they'll really appreciate that, in Africa, because, again, because of the humidity, because of the hot weather, this will really keep the, thank you so much. This will keep the product there a lot longer for them. So we are doing a Safari collection. Of course, we have the Rebel collection for men that I've just released, which is really exciting. Of course, Sean Haynes has been, the guys really thank Sean Haynes. Because every time I see Sean, he says, do we have Posh for men? Do we have Posh for men? Do we have Posh for men? Is it ready yet? Do we have Posh for men? Do we have Posh for men? I'm like, Sean, it's coming. So for the fashion show, I said, if I do not have Posh, Sean is going to just do. So I had to make sure it was there. Thank you so much. All right, so of course our Posh is all unique designs. In order to keep the cost down, you do half cash, half points. So when you become a member, you basically can use half of your IA points to make a purchase. The other half, you basically pay for it on your credit card or cash. Now, Posh has enabled us for us to be able to reach 99% of the world's market when it comes to buying power of the goods. Why? Because it starts as low as $18 retail. So for example, the necklace that I'm wearing comes with matching earrings and a bracelet. When you're able to buy it for around $100 retail, it's a steal, right? That's what it's all about. So the Posh has been a great entry level. Now these are, again, some of the new necklaces, bracelets, earrings, as well as rings are being added to the line as well. And how many of you do raffles or draws or home parties or trade shows? Show of hands. Okay, it is a fantastic way of actually generating leads, just to let you know. When I used to be in the field, I used to love doing trade shows and home parties. So I know for women, we like to do a lot more home parties. For the guys, they like to put on trade shows or they go to business opportunity events. And what's really great is that you can actually display a piece and get people to fill out VIP forms to do a raffle, to do a draw, whether it's for one of these. For the guys, there's now new pieces for men, which is this collection here for Posh for men. So we have stainless steel bracelets for men. We have chains for men. We have thinner bracelets for men. We have Posh watches now. So by the way, they retail for just over $100. Super duper affordable, right? And they look fabulous on. They're already in the showcases in the office. So for those of you who are coming to the office on Sunday, you'll actually get a chance to see them up front and personal. So the Posh watches, again, are great. So imagine putting one of these items on display and you're doing a draw for a raffle. How many names do you think would be interested to enter their name into a raffle? Everyone that's passing by, right? Because our products are so visual, they're so high impact. So people are gonna naturally wanna put their name in on that raffle, and you can do a draw. And if it costs you $20 for that product, or $30 for that product, guess what? You just spent 20 to 30 bucks in product that's making you a return on your investment by generating how many leads? A lot. And if you follow up, and if you invite people to your next event or share your website, do you know how many stories I hear from people that says, you know, I sent someone an email or I filled out their name on a ballot, and all of a sudden I saw retail profit loaded onto my card and I had no idea where it came from. I have no idea who the customer is, but they can see it in their back office. And then the customer who has a VIP account is now going and putting stuff on their wish list. What a great way for you to follow up with them with products like the Posh, right? So that's what this line is all about. It gives you flexibility for you to give to get more. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. You guys excited? Yeah, I'm really excited. By the way, for those of you who are brand new, the Posh lineup, let me tell you a little story about it. In 2006, when I joined this company, all we used to carry was costume jewelry. Did you know that? Yeah. So in 2006, when I joined the company, we were just carrying costume jewelry. We had some gold, but it was all 14, 18 karat. And I used to love the fashion jewelry, because what woman doesn't like fashion jewelry, right? We all wear it, and you know, we have a lot of fun with it. So in 2007, we changed. We started to bring out the sterling silver, and we cleared out all our fashion jewelry. So we didn't carry any more fashion jewelry at all anymore. And our prices started to go up with a fairy designer line. So about 2 years ago, I came to Ramin's office and I said, I have an idea. We call it an aha moment. And I said, I had an aha moment. And he says, what is it? And I said, I think we should bring costume jewelry back. And he went, absolutely not. And I went, Ramin, I think it'll be brilliant because, you know, based on the prices of silver going up, I think it'd be really good to add a sort of an entry-level way for people to come in, because not everyone can afford $60 or $100 at a home party. They won't just pull out the cash and say, here you go. But, you know, if it's 20, 30, 40 bucks, it's much easier to sell. So Ramin, being, you know, very, very detail-oriented and wanting things done the Ramin Masgarlu way, said absolutely not. So I basically spent some time and put a whole presentation together. And I actually went to a whole bunch of different factories that I knew, and I actually started to buy material and buy product. And I set up a board meeting, and I set it all up in the boardroom, and I was so excited. And I had a whole PowerPoint done, and I brought Ramin in, and I sat him down, and I said, okay, I want to show you what I have in mind. And he had no clue. I had everything covered. Anyways, I spent about a half an hour presenting him with the Posh line, but it was called something else. I can't remember what I called it. I can't remember what I called it anyways. It was called something else, and I presented the whole Posh collection to him. Not this collection, obviously, but just a fashion jewelry line. And he saw it, he says, maybe it's got potential. And so he saw some of the products, he started to touch and feel, and he says, I'm warming up to it. He says, what else do they got? So started to show him more and more and more. 2 years later, Posh came out, which was last year, and I don't know if you guys know, since 2007, we've been carrying Fairy. 100 of our top sellers in the company, out of 100, 80 of them are Posh. 80 items are Posh. In the past year, where Fairy, we've been selling it since 2007. That just shows you how powerful this line is. So if you're thinking, I don't want fashion jewelry, I don't wear fashion jewelry, well, you know what? Change your mindset, because this is a moneymaker for you. And you know what? I have my Fairy Mosh that I'm wearing, I have my Fairy that I'm wearing, and I got my Posh that I'm wearing. And the fact that you can wear all three together and pull it together and make it look good, that means our products are great. All right. So day to day, the biggest release that I've ever done when it comes to the day to day. Lots and lots of colors, lots of designs. Again, some of the pieces, you didn't even get a chance to see them on the runway, or else the fashion show would have been like 2 hours, which I would have loved to do, but not enough time. These are eco-friendly leather, faux leather. These are all, this collection, I've actually customized all the lining for you. I made a generic last time. This time, I have upgraded it. Again, day to day, I released it last year, just to kind of feel it out, because, of course, when we have Fairy Prestige and it's 2,000-3,000 and it's up here, not everyone can afford that. Maybe not everyone wants to put that towards, purchase. Most importantly, when you're at a home party, you want people to buy. So people will go on your website and spend $200-300 on a bag, like that. It's easier. But they will not go on your website and spend $3,000-4,000 like that. That takes a specific customer. Would you all agree? So day to day came to be. And last year, we did the collection. Before I can put them in the catalogs, they sold out. That's how successful they were, because the price point was right. It was a new collection that we had released. So this year, I went all out. And by the way, gentlemen, that top bag at the top, the white one, that can actually be used, that's a travel bag. It's about that big. And that travel bag, you can dump all your stuff in there. And personally, I think a very confident man can even use that as a travel bag. Just saying. So, customized lining, variety of different shapes. And again, that top bag, it comes in black, it comes in beige. And definitely, I say that men can use it as well. And all my staff agreed. We got poor Jonathan to be our model at the office. I'm like, Jonathan, come over here. And Jonathan is like this technical guy that sits behind the office, and he goes, yes, Sanaz. And he knew I wanted him to do something. I said, can you be my model for a second? He goes, really? And I went, yeah, just for like 2 minutes. I want you to just grab a bag, and I want you to walk. So he's got Melissa, Marla, Susan, Lisa, Rachel. We're all standing around, all the women in the office, and poor Jonathan's like. So I'm like, take the bag and just walk down. So Jonathan's like. I'm like, you look fantastic. You can carry it. Done. Men can carry it as well. So poor Jonathan, we pick on him a lot at the office. He's our guy, but we have a lot of fun with him. And so we have clutches, we have everyday bags, we have a sparkle collection, we have lots of different shapes, we have lots of different compartments, we have a lot of different versatility when it comes to this collection. Again, remember the slogan when it comes to Fairy: design, function. That's right, exclusivity. And the reason being is because we don't want it to just look good. We want it to be functional. We want you to be able to have compartments. I always use this example that a woman's purse is like a black hole. You can never find anything in there. We got our whole life in there, and the guys are like, yep, we know. And so, we're getting home, we're tired, we want to get our keys out. What do women do all the time? Put it on the floor, sit on their knees, start to dump it all out, looking for everything, right? Or, where's my cell phone? And they start to dig through their purse. And then the husband's like, come on, open up the door. Honey, I can't find it. And they're dumping it all out now. Anyone can agree to that? Yes. That's why the Fairy bags are great, because they have lots and lots and lots of compartments. And that also goes when it comes to the men's merces as well, by the way, not just the day-to-day collection for ladies here. All right, let's talk about the Prestige collection. The Prestige collection is our high-grade collection. And again, high-grade leather, all handmade, all high-grade hardware, absolutely insane custom lining, variety of different shapes, of course, to choose from, and functional compartments, which is important. Now, we actually have some new skins that you're gonna start to see. They look like exotics, but they're not exotic. So the leopard print one is actually a leather called horsehair. So it actually has a really nice texture. And I gotta tell you a really funny story. So I'm in Italy, as you guys saw, the past little while, I've been traveling a lot, and I'm in Italy, and this material, I have never worked with it. And for those of you who know Lisa Medill, she's a big cowgirl in her office and she owns 2 horses. So I'm sitting at the factory and they're telling me about horsehair, and I'm sitting there going, what the heck is horsehair? Do they like kill horses and like stick them on bags? But I want to ask them, but I also don't want to insult them because Italians are so emotional when it comes to their product line, right? And they know it all when it comes to leather, so you can't mess around with them either. So I'm sitting there trying to politely ask them if they kill horses to stick it on the bags, or if it's just textured leather. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, if I release this bag and it's real horse, Lisa's gonna have a cow. How do I present this to her? What am I gonna say to my Alberta team? They're all horses. So my head is spinning out of control about what I'm gonna say. So finally I said, you know what, I'm just doing it. I said, excuse me, is this real horse? And he looks at me and goes, no, no, no. This is textured leather with horsehair. And I went, phew, done. We're putting it in the collection. So, you know, we go through a lot of different things to be able to create, but it's the best raw material. No other designer brand has got this leather in their collection. So I'm really, really excited when you actually get a chance to touch it, feel it, see it. You're gonna get a chance to see it in the showroom on Sunday as well if you're coming by, or if you're in Toronto after Sunday, everything will be showed up, will be set up in the showroom for walkthroughs. What's really important as well, protect your investment. What does that mean? Protecting your investment means put your goods away when you're not using it. Whether it's the day-to-day, whether it's the prestige, whether it's your Merces, whether it's your jewelry, whether it's whatever, make sure you always put your stuff away. There's a reason why we sell your goods in garment bags. The garment bags are made to protect your pieces from scratching, from tarnishing, from getting caught in hangers in your closet. Don't put them on the floor. You should be always, always, always making sure you respect your pieces and put them away. All right, iPhone and Galaxy line, so Android and Apple. New additions, iPhone 5, we got new cases for you. Galaxy phones, we got cases for you. So for you techie guys, also new pads for tablets. For also tablets, I got some new cases done for you as well. So all of these are actually in stock and they will go live within the next week as well. All right. Of course, we have our leather gloves. Oh, in this collection, by the way, in the accessories, I have a brand new jewelry case for women, which is absolutely fabulous. And it's actually not only one for your countertop, like for your dresser, but it actually has a little one on the inside, which is a travel one. So you can use that when you're traveling to go to conferences or when you're even doing shows and stuff like that, which is great. And for the guys, I actually have a watch case that's got compartments for 5 watches. So it's gorgeous. You know, now every time I create something, you can also, again, thank Sean Haynes because he just harasses me a lot. All right, leather gloves, of course, you guys know. The leather gloves, genuine leather, wool lining, absolutely gorgeous. Last year was the first year that we released them. Phenomenal, phenomenal feedback. Many of the designs sold out. We've had a lot of fun with them. All right. Ladies' footwear. How many of you saw the boots on stage? Yeah, they're stunning, right? By the way, the ladies' leather collection for footwear. By the way, footwear is really hard to do. So, because especially with us women, we have like skinny feet, we have white feet, we have long feet, we have short feet, we have swollen feet, we have all these different type of feet, right? And you want to make sure that, they look absolutely stunning. And so one of the things that we're releasing when it comes to the fairy footwear, it's tall boots, as well as ankle boots, as well as stilettos, as well as the open toe wedges that we have. And I'll be wearing them, throughout the next couple of weeks. You'll be seeing me wearing them in the office as well, and you'll be seeing me wearing them tomorrow night in our office as well. So you'll get a chance to see some of those pieces. Latest fashion trends, of course, our designs are very unique. All right, so latest fashion trends, highest grade craftsmanship, 2 years the shoes have been in development. 2 years we've been working on them. We've been working on the soles. We've been working on the actual, the cut on the inside. We've been working on the heels. We've been working on the metal inside. We've been working on the leather. They're all made with high-grade Napa leather, by the way. So Napa leather, region in Italy, absolutely phenomenal leather. A lot of the exotic cars, they use Napa leather in their seats. So that's how durable, beautiful, and luxurious they are. And again, I've used this collection, as you can see with the fairy line, I've used a lot of gold. And this next collection is gonna be a lot of gold is gonna be incorporated into our design. It's gonna be very bling blingy, very flashy. Why? You have to remember why. Why do we make bold statement pieces? Anyone? Visual. We want people to see them. It's not about hiding it. It's about someone saying, I love your necklace. I love your bracelet. I love your watch. I love your purse. Ooh, those are really nice shoes. Love your belt. Oh, that's a pretty cool phone case. And can you imagine every single time that someone says that to you, you say, I get paid to wear this. If someone said that to you, what would you think? You'd be like, what? You get paid to wear what? I get paid to wear this watch. I get paid to wear these shoes. I get paid to wear this belt. And people would naturally ask you, well, what do you do? You say, well, I can't explain it to you in 5 minutes. I need 20 minutes of your time. When's good for you, Tuesday or Thursday? Tuesday is the closest day around. Okay, does 1 or 3 work for you? 1 o'clock, great. So then you grab the pen, make an appointment, sit down and give them a tour. The biggest mistake most people make is that they capture the attention of the person, they love your shoes, then they ask you, what do you do? Well, and you're going 20 miles an hour, or 100 miles an hour, as I should say, telling them all about your business, and you want to sponsor them right on the spot. You just killed your prospect. What you gotta do is intrigue them. Did you guys see how quickly I just made an appointment, set the schedule? And do you know how many people that I personally meet and say, well, can you tell me in about 2 minutes what it's all about? And the moment that you spend that 2 minutes to tell them what it's all about, you just depreciated your business. Because if your business could be told in 2 minutes, it's not a very good business plan. Would you all agree? But I used to do it myself all the time. And I learned the hard way. Because you're excited. You don't want to lose a customer. You want to make that sale. You don't want them to go away because you're never going to see them again. So sometimes what we do is we throw up all over that customer right away, trying to tell them all about the product line and give them a business presentation and sign them up all at the same time. And you want to make them a VIP customer, you want to give them a gift certificate, and you want to make them diamond all in one sentence. Doesn't work like that. In any business, you're gonna need your VIP customers. In any business, you're gonna need business partners that are gonna become your distributors. So choose them wisely. If you have people that are buyers and they wanna buy retail, and I have many friends that don't wanna do the business, but they buy product, great, make retail profit, put some cash in your pocket. You don't need to recruit everyone. Not everyone's a business entrepreneur, right? Then you have some people that you know they're business savvy and you know you can build a business with. Those are the people that you then use, book an appointment to share the business with. Does that make sense? Okay, I wanna make sure that we're all on the same page with that. All right. Get your iPads out. All right, so the men's footwear collection. Okay, ladies, I brought out 14 shoes for you, and all I got was, I bring out 3 shoes for men, that's what I get. I'm gonna focus on men. All right. So, The men's footwear, again, they have been a huge hit. And by the way, these are only 3 colors that you're seeing. They come in a variety of different colors. That one, it comes also in like a smoky gray, which is so hot. And the boots will come in black. That one also comes in the burgundy, and I made it also in a really, really nice blue. How many of you see the shields that remain with the blue shields? So imagine rocking those shoes with their shields, and I got a rocking belt to go with it. The men are gonna look super, super hot with that. So again, latest fashion trends, very, very elegant, very sophisticated, high grade craftsmanship. All the soles are made in leather. Again, the highest grade Napa leather, rich textures, lots of customization. You actually didn't get a chance to see the bottoms. All the bottoms have big fairy plates on them for the ladies and the men's shoes. So for example, for the ladies, I mean, when we cross our legs, we cross them very ladylike. For the guys, you go like, you do the whole kickback, right? So when you're kicking your leg up, you'll actually get a chance to show off your logo at the bottom, and they'll see fairy plate at the bottom. So I cannot wait for those to come out and for all of you get a chance to see them. I'm gonna talk about when everything is coming out. All right. So the timepieces I gotta have on, Fairy Hollywood. This collection has been a lot of fun to work with. Premium movements, lots of bling, bling, bling. You know, the yellow gold, the silver color, the rose gold. Of course, our timepieces have the best warranty in the world, where we have a 3-year manufacturer's warranty. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're trendy. They're hot. And you know what? They are your business card across the room, right? You're wearing them, people are noticing it right away. And that's what you want. You want a product that is really flashy. So we have this, then of course we have the red line. Now, what's really important is all of the ceramic that I've been carrying, all the ceramic watches, and tungsten watches, I'm actually bringing out 6 new designs of that as well. But because those are kind of new and you're used to the tungsten, those are not even on the slides, but there is a lot of new stuff coming for you, lots of inventory. So people that have been calling us and saying, when is this coming back? When is this coming back? What we've been saying to them is wait till convention, because we're phasing out a whole bunch of stuff and we're bringing out some new stuff. So whenever you see things that are out of stock or not there anymore, it's because we're doing a transition towards something. And remember, your brand new distributor doesn't know any different than you. For a new distributor, they don't know what was there before. They only can see what's there. So don't ever hold your distributors back and say, oh, well, we used to have this, now we don't have it, so don't order it until it comes back. Don't hold people back. Let them order what's new in stock. So these will be a huge seller. And again, you can't see in the rose gold one, but the fairy itself right here, we've incorporated the fairy into the number 6, which is great. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it. But again, all the fairy swans have been worked into it. Once you come into the office, you'll get a chance to see a closer look to it. But lots and lots of cool pieces when it comes to the timepieces. All right. Red line. What everyone has been waiting for. Now, this one, everyone has seen it online, thanks to our amazing CEO, who's been sporting it and wearing it, and he's had it all over Facebook. But again, premium movements, 3-year manufacturer's warranty, very sporty. And what's really great, it comes in 6 different colors. So we have the orange, we have the yellow, we have all black with red on the inside, we have the titanium color. And what's amazing about this, it's got 3 simultaneous times. So you actually get a chance to tell the time in 3 different time zones. So for people like Renee or Leor or Reza or Sean, it's fantastic because they actually get a chance, if they're in Toronto, they get a chance to see where their team in Australia or in Hong Kong or in Nigeria or wherever they are, for them to be able to tell time and be able to communicate with their team. So Ramin was also telling me that he goes for runs in the morning. And he said when he went for a run with this watch, he says, Sanaz, it was really comfortable. It was super light. It was, he timed himself while he was running, and he had amazing, amazing things. Like, he was really, really, really happy with it. So I'm like, thank God he was very happy with it. My job is to make sure he's happy when it comes to the product development. Of course, the bands are all carbon fiber, so absolutely gorgeous, very lightweight. And guess what? I have 2 belt designs for the men that match the carbon fiber that I've designed for you guys. So if you want to wear your nice sporty jeans and you want to throw on a fairy belt and you want to totally, as Sophie Wagner says, have swag lifestyle, then you can do that with your carbon fiber belt and your timepiece. All right, let's talk about our shields. Now, our shields have evolved. Last year, I did not release any new designs in shields, and it was because we wanted to increase the technology, we wanted to make changes, we wanted to update, we wanted to upgrade, and so we have expanded our lab now. We have 2 labs. We have 1 lab in France, and we have 1 lab in Italy. And if you follow me on my Facebook, you get a chance to see all these little updates that I do of where I am in the world, and I put up the flag. So if you're not there, make sure you're there and following me. And, these labs are absolutely amazing. Why? Because they focus on quality, durability, a perfect fit for you. Optical, one of the biggest things about our optical and our sunglasses is because we are all so unique and different. We all have so many different shapes of faces, whether it's a squared face or a round face or a longer face. What we've done when it comes to the design of our watches is that sunglasses, is that we've made sure that it's a perfect fit, doesn't matter the shape of the face. So we've considered that. And if you were at the CDSC party last night, Ramin actually allowed his optical for people to wear it and take pictures. And I was looking at them, and every single one of you that put them on and took a picture, you looked absolutely amazing. Everyone looked good with the optical. And that's what it's about. It's about that perfect fit for everyone to be able to wear. Some of the new designs that you're also looking at do actually have some exotic skins worked into them. So right here, that's actually a pattern, and it's actually not a snake skin, it's lizard skin that we worked into them. So we do use actual leather on the side of the optical. So very unique, very rare. Again, no one is doing this, and that's what makes this unique. Also, really, really cool feature I've added into our optical, as well as our glasses, is, wrong pointing, right here. You can't, well, I see it, it's too big, okay. So right here, in the swan, do you guys see that dot right there? All of your new sunglasses actually have a stone in the lens. So now, when you're wearing your shields, you know how sometimes girls put stones on their teeth? Well, your sunglasses now have a stone in their lens. And it's very, very unique. And it's not only for women, it's for men too, because I have the aviator glasses that I've done for men, 2 different designs, and they all have that stone set inside of them, and they look absolutely insane. And I'm gonna be wearing them on our cruise, our limo bus ride tomorrow, so you get a chance to see them as well. All right. Of course, you gotta make sure you're protecting your investment, put them away, put them back in their original boxes, and make sure you wash your lenses as needed with soap and dry them off. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the 925 sterling silver. You are going to start seeing this line shrink, and actually we are discontinuing our 925 sterling silver. Yes, well, before you guys knew that, all we heard everyone go, huh? So 925 sterling silver, we're going to start phasing it out, and we're going to start discontinuing our sterling silver. We have many different designs to choose from. The retail is from about $65. Now, what's really amazing about our sterling silver is that our pieces are used the same process as manufacturing gold and diamonds. We're actually using that same technology to actually create our sterling silver. So what does that mean? It's casted just like gold is. It's polished just like gold is. It's rhodium plated just like gold is. So we go through an intricate process in order to be able to create our 925 sterling silver. And of course, we are doing hench cutting. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what the hench cutting technology is. How many of you have ever seen our pieces or looked at it and say, it looks like gold and diamonds? A lot of people, right? Well, I hear it from customs every single day. So if customs says it, that means our products are damn good, right? Because they see products all the time. And the reason being is because the stone technology that we're using a technology called hench cutting. And what hench cutting technology is, it's a very precise laser cut technology. It's actually also used in knee surgery, laser knee surgery. And so this technology is what we're using when it comes to our stones. So it's beyond the AAA cubic zirconia, which is what we were using. That's why when you see our stones, the way that light enters and exits out of the hench cut stones reflects a diamond exactly. The only way that you can tell the difference between a hench cut and a cubic zirconia is if you put it under a microscope. That's how genuine they look when it comes to the quality, and that's what we're using inside all of your fairy pieces. Also, we're using a German technology. It's a natural rhodium plating. This is really important, ladies and gentlemen, because before you met GWT or you became a member, how many of you owned a sterling silver piece that changed color? I think every single person. Or wore a sterling silver piece that turned your finger green, or changed your neck color, or you got yourself a nice green or brown line, right? We've all got that. Why? Because silver does change color. It oxidizes. What we've done to prevent it from oxidizing is actually add rhodium on top. And we're using a natural rhodium of 0.5 micron. What does that mean? Well, most of the time when plating happens, it's about 0.1 or 0.05. That's the average if someone does rhodium. So people say rhodium plated. Sure, there's different types of rhodium. And it's also much, there's different prices and there's different qualities and different countries. Germany has one of the best platings. Canada actually does not even have the rights to do that same plating done in Canada, because I wanted to replate some stuff in Canada, and Canada can't even do it. So Germany is the only country that can do this type of plating. It's 0.5 micron. Then, of course, we have the yellow gold plating that we're doing, and the yellow gold plating that we're doing is a 22 karat micron plating that we're doing on top of that as well. All right. So when we phase out 925, what are we going into? 950. All right, so the 950 is the industry's first 950 sterling silver composition, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean? Well, 925 sterling silver, we hear it a lot. And this is the reasons why we've been working on a formulation for you. And it's taken us almost 2 years to come up with a proper formula because, as you can see, we have some elaborate setting work that we're doing. How many of you got a chance to see all these on the runway? They look great, right? So the 950 silver, again, the higher purity you go, the softer it becomes. So what we've been able to do is add palladium, which is very expensive, in our sterling silver. Those are the kind of things that we put, raw materials that we're putting inside the pieces to give you the absolute best raw materials so that when you're wearing it, it looks absolutely breathtaking. If you also saw the necklace I was wearing the night of the fashion show, it was also palladium. And I actually had a couple of my aunts, and they were here, And they said, oh my God, I love your emerald necklace, because it was green. And they said, I love your emerald necklace. And it was because I had all the stones cut to exactly be the same color as an emerald. Every single one of them is a perfect match color. What that means is that we're not just sorting, we're actually making them in the colors that we want. That's why I put custom color stones. We're cutting them into the colors that we want, and we're setting them in to be identical and to resemble, whether it's the rubies or the emeralds or the sapphires or the garnets or whatever it may be, but to make sure they're absolutely breathtaking. And I'll be coming out with some insane designs as well for men when it comes to the Palladium too, when it comes to your rings. And I've already finalized 4 absolutely, I mean absolutely insane cufflinks for men. That the stones, I've made them very, very big and very bold. And it looks like you're wearing 2 giant emeralds on your fingers, on your wrist. And I've made one of them specifically blue, because you gotta do the blue, you gotta do the blue, and you gotta do the blue shoes. Right? And when you got the men's shoes, so the men, I'm like styling you from like head to toe to make sure you look like, right? So lots of cool stuff is coming. Again, amazing, amazing technology when it comes to creating this stuff. And that brings me to my point of tungsten carbide and plankton will be discontinued in the next couple of years. So it will not be continued. A couple of different reasons why. Let me explain it to you. When we brought out tungsten in 2007, nobody had tungsten. Nobody even knew what tungsten was. So we came out with it. We had a lot of fun with it. We made a lot of jewelry from it. And of course, we have the Posh that's going to be the replacement to stainless steel. So the Posh men's bracelets are going to sell for about $65, $70. The tungsten bracelets sell for about $400 or $500. So guess what's going to happen? Everyone's going to want to buy the Posh, right? So, however, for those who want the more luxurious pieces, we're going to be now building up our Stellite collection, which nobody else, of course, has. The Stellite collection is a collection that, again, is our own formulation of metallurgy that we have created. And again, the metal is very, very pure. It's used, in a lot of surgical procedures. It's used for the finest jewelry designs. It's got a lot more flexibility than tungsten. It's not as brittle as tungsten, where tungsten does break. It is brittle. If it hits the floor, it will shatter, which you have to be very careful with. So it's very contemporary, it's very modern, it's fresh, it's a new metal, and nobody is carrying it. So we want to be up with the trends. We want to be ahead of the trends in everything that we do. Would you all say that's great? You guys need some energy? You got to give me some energy. I've been working all week. All right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the exclusive 19-karat collection. So, very mosh. First of all, everyone notice our brand new logo? Fantastic, right? Again, do you guys all know that Fairy Mosh still has not been launched? It's still in pre-launch. So now we're getting ready for it. So the 19-karat Fairy Mosh pieces are exclusive designs, of course, for Global Wealth Trade. Handmade, hand set. Any of these designs can be made in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, of course. They are as heavy as platinum. What does that mean? Well, most rings are about 4 to 5 grams of gold. Guess how much ours are? All of the 19-karat special projects are exactly that. They start at about 22 grams and up, and all of our bridal pieces start at about 9 to 10 grams. So it all depends. They are 3 to 4 to sometimes 5 times heavier than the standard in the industry. Nothing is made hollow. Everything is made solid gold, casted, and calibrated when it comes to the precious stones. What does that mean? Calibrated precious stones, we sort, we make sure everything is the same color, everything is the same shape, everything is the exact same dimensions to give you the superior quality. We also, of course, set them with SI quality or higher, DEF, when it comes to the 19 carats. And we do very, very intricate work where less than 1% of the setters in the world can even do. Again, you don't need to be a jeweler when it comes to this business. You just need to have this background knowledge so that when you are talking to a customer and they do have questions, you at least have some basis. But if someone says, so, what is the polish, what is the cut, let the certificate do that work for you, not you. Because anyone who buys a gold piece from us will automatically get a certificate of appraisal from a gemologist, third party, not even from our company, that will state the clarity, the cut, and the quality of it. All right, let's go into the Bugatti or the Rolls Royce of the industry, the 21 karat gold line in Fairy Mosh. Absolutely. This is the absolute ultra luxury jewelry, collectible jewels that you can ever purchase in the world, okay? The 21 karat gold piece, every single piece is first generation jewelry. What does that mean? Well, the 21 karat gold line, first of all, we've taken 24 karat gold purity and we brought it down to 21. So it's the highest and most purest gold that you can buy. However, when you bring it down to 21 karat gold, it's still soft because it's still so pure. So it's about finding the right formulation to make it as hard as 14 or 18 karat, so you can actually set the golds or set the diamonds inside the gold. Or when you're drilling, you can actually set the diamonds. You may all say, that's great. It took us about more than 2.5 years, blowing up a lot of gold, collapsing a lot of gold, a lot of white hair for me, a lot of endless nights to be able to figure out the formulation. But let me tell you, the night that we finally were at our lab and were able to cast and were able to drill and were able to set was the most joyous day for us to be able to come up with a 21 karat gold line that no one in a 5,000-year-old industry of jewelry manufacture has been able to do. And this is the reason why, by the way, that the Canadian Jewelry Magazine, which is the authority in the industry, has published us 3 times back to back to back. It's because no one has been able to do this. Now, let me tell you guys a little story. When we got featured in the Canadian Jewelers Magazine, that we were able to make 21 karat gold jewelry, and they wrote the articles, guess what happened? Started happening to the phones at our office. Jewelry stores were calling us like there's no tomorrow. Franchises were calling us like there's no tomorrow. How do we carry your 21 karat gold line? We'll buy $2 million from you. We'll buy $4 million from you. We'll put you in front of the store. We'll do this. We'll do this. I mean, everybody from jewelry stores was going absolutely nuts. We had people calling us to buy the formulation from us so that they can start to make it. Of course, guess what our answer was? Well, these products are made for our distributors to retail and not for jewelry stores. So, and by the way, that also applies to Fairy as well. The more and more we grow in Fairy, more and more people approach us to be able to buy out our brand or to have our brand. And Ramin's vision is to be able to change your lives through our product line. Remember that. We're working as hard as we are to be able to give you an opportunity to not only change your life, but to change the lives of people around you. If you're here just to enjoy the products by all means. But if you're here because of the business, because you joined because you want to change your financial life, or you want to retire your parents, that's my target and my future. For me, what's my why? Ramin's why is his son, Cyrus. My why is to be able to retire my parents, because when we came to this country, we started from zero to be able to build up our life. Today, my dream, my passion is to not only be able to retire both my parents, but to also be able to build and help a lot of orphanages around the world, to be able to help many kids and women across the globe. So you gotta have a really, really deep why as to why you're doing this business. So when you're talking about products as Fairy Mosh, when you have the best of the best of the best of the best in the industry, when you have a product line that everybody wants and you are the only distributor that can sell it, utilize it. Be proud of it. Talk about it. Stand up a little bit more when you're talking about it, because that's what this brand is all about. So you got to make sure you appreciate what you have, because the moment that you appreciate and you respect what you have, guess what other people are going to do? They're going to respect it just the same way. Does that make sense? Awesome. All right. So some of you ask, again, we don't get this question anymore at all. I still always put it in there just to give people a point of reference. Some people say, where do you get your diamonds from? You know, are they friendly? Do they, you know, are they blood diamonds? As someone asked me, do you get blood diamonds? I'm like, what is that? And so if you want to know more about the diamond process, KimberlyProcess.com is a government joint venture that basically controls the flow of diamonds in and out of countries, regulations, so on and so forth. But Global Wealth Trade, we don't deal with any mines directly. We deal with diamond dealers. So this doesn't really apply to us, but it's just a nice point of reference for all of you to be able to have. All right. Are you ready for the Fairy Moss shoes? All right. So the Fairy Moss, my model walked the runway with that. And I thought, I was in the office. I'm like, could I wear those shoes myself? And so my staff were all in my office, because every time the new stuff came in, how many of you got a chance to see the video that Ramin and I posted? How many of you were curious what was in those, what he was looking at? It was those red ones. And so, again, it's really important to follow us on Facebook, because we put a lot of teasers and we give you a lot of stuff. So just add us on Facebook so you see what we're doing. And these boots, when they came in, I thought, okay, I know I made the heel really, really high, because Fairy Moss is all about that bold statement to be in your face. And so I put them on, and first step, I'm like, I can do this. And I was like walking, and my staff were like, wow, you can walk in those? But they actually have a really nice platform wedge that we've added to the bottom of it to make it super comfortable. So these are actually really comfortable as long as you can walk high and float in the air. There's a lot of other Fairy Moss shoes that are gonna be coming. These are mixed, these are different leathers of Napa leather, exotic leather. These are all made in Italy. And the same gentleman that does the casting, or the shoemaker that is for Christian Louboutin, is also the guy that was working on our shoes. Just to let you know, that's the kind of quality and workmanship that we're putting into the Fairy Moss. Are you guys all ready to see the exotic collection for men and women now? All right, Fairy Moss exotic collection. I have a whole lineup for men. Yeah. So ladies, you're getting some gorgeous, gorgeous purses of exotic skin. These are basically a python that's going to be coming out. And the lining on the inside, the actual lining on the inside of the bag is all leather. The outside of the bags are all exotic skin. And I have some amazing business tools. You can thank Renee Liao for that one. Some amazing portfolios, money holders, wallets for men and women that are all in the exotic skin, absolutely luxurious. And there's a belt collection coming out for this as well. So we were hoping to have them arrive. Unfortunately, they had some customs issues and they did not make it in time for the fashion show. But they will be in the office on Monday in the showcases. So if you're around on Monday, you'll get a chance to see them. There is keychain holders with this collection. So there is so much to choose from. And there's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful men's duffel bag that is for travel that is insane. That's the word to use, insane for that one. And that's going to be coming out. So gentlemen, I focused on you a lot this year. There's lots and lots and lots of stuff coming out for you. But of course, the ladies have most of the collection. As always. And a lot of different colors to choose from. This exotic collection has a lot of yellows, a lot of pinks, a lot of blues, a lot of very, very rare colors to be able to choose from. Okay. Now, just kind of winding down. I have a couple more slides, and we're going to just take a quick break. I wanted to just share some facts with you guys about the precious metal industry, because this is the industry that you're in. This is your business. I know everyone wants to take pictures and stuff like that, but I want you to just think for 1 second. Don't worry, I won't change the slide. I'll give you guys all enough time. I just want you guys to think about something. Anytime that we want to make a business investment or we want to get involved in a business, what are we always looking for? A good return. What else? Value. Safe. Exactly. One very key important factor. Recession-proof. You want a business that is recession-proof globally. This chart, now you can take a good look at it, is the proof that we are in a recession-proof business. Why? Because if you look at the stats, whether it's gold, silver, platinum, or rhodium, every single year, what has it done? Has there been any year or any decade that it's decreased? That's the power of your sterling silver. That's the power of your Ferry Mosh line. That shows you that you're involved in a very, very safe product investment. Why? Because your products go up in value. Many of you have bought Ferry Mosh pieces from us. That has gone up in value. You've wanted to buy it, someone else has wanted to buy it, and they've got it at a different price point. Agnes Brooks, our office manager in St. Martin, sent me an invoice from 4 years ago for a 14 and 18 karat piece that we used to sell. And I saw the price and my jaw dropped. We sold a men's gold ring for 600 points. Imagine, 600 points, a gold ring. We sold a Ferry Mosh ring, full engagement ring, for 2,000 points. Why? Because gold prices were down. And now you look at the price, and that's the power of investment. Now, diamonds. One of the things, a lot of people invest into property. Love personally myself to invest into property. But another big thing that I invest into is diamonds. Why? Because diamonds go up in value. In 1960, if you were to buy a 1 carat diamond, that was a perfect cut, pretty much AAA, excellent cut, hearts and arrows, D-color, with no fluorescence, it would cost you $2,700. Okay, for all the guys in the room, or for the gentlemen, tell me, in the 1960s, could you buy a car for $2,700? Yes? You could probably buy a Ford, right? So in the 1960s, a lady would get her engagement ring for $2,700. And that gentleman would buy himself a new car for $2,700. Over time, that lady keeps on wearing her ring, passes it on generation to generation, and holds on to it. Same gentleman has got his $2,700 car, which he needs to do what with? Maintain it, change the paint, tune up the engine, do what he needs to do. What would that Ford car be worth in 2010? If it was still running and the transmission was still running, and if you had tuned it up and dumped a whole bunch of money in it, it might be worth $20,000, is that fair to say? To make it into a classic car. Again, Ramin's the car guy, not me, but he's got me using car analogies all the time now. And look at the value of that same ring from 1960 to 2010. It is the most important, it is the easiest, most tangible product that you can take across the world with you with zero maintenance, that you can pass it on to generation to generation to generation, and it goes up in value. It is the only commodity in the world that will do that for you. Cash doesn't do that for you. Homes don't do that for you. Cars don't do that for you. Bonds don't do that for you. This is the only thing in the world that goes up in value, so start investing into some proper diamonds for yourself. That's all I have to tell you when it comes to diamond investment. All right, so we always say we are involved in the fashion industry. Yes? what do we share? Luxury goods, right? Whether it's handbags, whether it's optical, whether it's jewelry, we are in the fashion industry. So I want to show you the stats when it comes to the fashion industry, and after this slide, we're going to take a break. This fashion trend, again, shows starting from 1995, going to 2013. How do you see the fashion trend go? Do you see that curve? Again, is that a recession-proof business? Absolutely. So when it comes to business, it's key to make sure that you have a business and a product and an opportunity, a compensation plan, a business plan that is going to be able to give you the proof of what you're able to do when it comes to growth, when it comes to stability, when it comes to an investment being 100% safe. Does that make sense? Awesome.